How's your heart rate? Did you get
Yeah, just calm. I took some deep breaths. Back. Now it's raised up again.
Hey Joe, the receivers, they had us talk about how they seem to love each other. They get along, I guess. When you're around them, you see them a lot. How do we know that just from being around them? What do you see? When
Yeah,
you're
I
around
think
them?
it's a good observation, and anybody that's been around them in this room, or me, or any of the coaches, it's a genuine respect and admiration that they all have for each other. And when you have that respect for somebody else in your receiver room that's doing the same job, that comes to work, is prepared, it allows you to kind of appreciate the different skill sets that everybody has. And so there's no jealousy or rivalry. It's more of just a mutual respect, and then how can we all complement each other to have fun, play our best, and move the ball. So it's a true statement. They do get along great. I think it's built on that true respect.
Every room's different. Is this one maybe a little unique? Based
Yeah,
on films you've
the
seen?
uniqueness, I think, is just people from different eras. You know, you have some veteran guys, you have some younger guys all across the country, and they've all come together. We've had guys who have grown up in our system and guys that have come from other places, and they've just gelled into this cohesive unit in 2025. So that aspect of it is a little unique.
Joe, can you describe the value? I asked this as Rasheed's coming back, but the value of yards after catch and the offense, obviously something you guys have been really good at.
Yeah, I think the value of it is, in a way, eliminating some third downs. And so when you have the yards after the catch, we're always trying to get explosive plays that move the chains. Sometimes the easiest or highest percentage throw is shorter, but if you can take that higher percentage completion and turn it into a yards after catch that moves the chains, you're just prolonging the drive, raising the likelihood that you're scoring points and staying out of those third downs where the potential is coming off the field. So I think in the grand scheme of things, we've been good on third downs, and we've been great having third and manageable third down shorter and staying sort of ahead of the sticks. But the yak really helps you, I think, keep continuing to move the chains.
Joe, you've been waiting, obviously, to get all three of these guys out on the field together. Is it a case of just like seeing them do the same things that have always been done, or is there 10, 20, 30% of the offense that you haven't been able to put out on the field that maybe has been sitting there for a year and a half, that just waiting for these guys to all be out there together?
Yeah, it's a matter of, I think that's accurate, but how we envision it and kind of how we see it, whether as coaches or even as a group, what you put out on the field and how it plays out is sort of a different thing each year, and with each of the guys that we have anyways. And so there is, without having these three guys be on the field together yet, we haven't been able to necessarily even see, you know, what assumptions that we were making were holding true, or what we could hang our hats on and then continue to build off of. So there is just an element of each year you gotta develop a passing game and kind of find some staples and use guys to their best abilities and then complement off of that. Us being able to do that, and whether our vision for it or whether it takes a little turn and we go a different route with the guys, that part of it is what we're yet to see.
Couple more. Pete.
Not to ask this about a 35-year-old, but year over year, how have you seen Travis Kelce raise his game?
Yeah, I think a lot's been said about it. One of the things that I think is unique with Trav, especially at 35, he finds an ability to get better during the season. And so we're here in October, and sometimes guys, especially guys that know they're gonna play, know they're gonna have a lot of snaps, can go into each week of the season, like especially October, with sort of a self-preservation mode of just trying to maintain where they are physically and do it on Sunday. And so they don't really push themselves during the week. They try to save something back for Sunday. Trav continues to push himself Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, and that allows him to get better. And so I think that's what's gotten him to this point, and he hasn't slowed that down. So even at his age and the years that he has, he's continuing to get better week to week. And so I think you're seeing it a little bit in the stats, but he's always done that. That's rare. The guys who are new, and especially the wide receivers that see him work, can take that as an example, that just because the season starts, it's not all about Sundays. It really is what you do each day.
Last two, Nate and then Nick.
Joe, before Patrick throws the ball,
Is there something that you're noticing this year that maybe most people aren't noticing?
Before he throws the ball, there's a comfort level in regards to him being familiar with the receivers. He doesn't necessarily need to check where all the guys are, how they're releasing, what they're doing on the second level. Sometimes when you have newer pass receivers and you see a look pre-snap that you know could raise some level of difficulty for the guy's route, you kind of just want to peek and just make sure he's all right. And as you go through the season with the same group of guys, he's had Xavier, he's obviously had Trav, with Rashid coming back and Hollywood playing the snaps, even Taekwon. There's a comfort level with no matter what type of look pre-snap is happening, those guys will get to the spot that they need to get to. So he doesn't need to necessarily just peek and make sure he can go through his normal progression. He can look at the defense rather than checking his own guys. And then I think that is a level of calmness that you're seeing. But I think that comes with just the familiarity with the receivers and him just knowing that they'll get to where they need to get to.
Last one, Nick.
And Joe, Andy mentioned on Monday, he recognized you and Matt for the game plan you put together this past week. For you as a coach, what makes it so unique when you guys are putting ideas together to create the game plan during the week?
The uniqueness is just trying to marry building off what you've done, staying a step ahead of the defense, and then still attacking that specific defense or the personnel that they're going to have each Sunday. So if it was just about attacking a defense, or if it was just about doing a little scheme different each week, that would be easy. When you're trying to marry it and then keep it manageable for the guys and keep it new for the defense, there's that aspect of when it does come together and you're able to showcase the talents that you have on your team and attack a defense, and it works, it's a good feeling.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.